Which way will the Fed lean first? You tried your best, and Jay Powell just doesn't know. He said, I don't think we know. And then he later said it's a complicated and challenging judgment that will have to be made if unemployment rises and inflation at minimum stays where it is. What do? They don't know.
The answer is which way, to the question, Scott, which way do they lean first? The answer is yes. That's the correct answer. They don't know. Look, Scott, I can take this whole 45-minute press conference, wrap it up in a single question, which I said, which way do you lean first? And here's Powell's answer.
I don't think we can say, which way this will shake out. I think there's a great deal of uncertainty about, for example, where tariff policies are going to settle out. And also, when they do settle out, what will be the implications for the economy, for growth, and for employment? I think it's too early to know that. So, ultimately, we think our policy rate is in a good place to stay as we await further clarity on tariffs.
That literally, Scott, is the entire press conference. The rest, as they say, is just commentary. And the only salient thing here from the statement was that the Fed saying the risks have risen on both sides of the mandate. There's an equal amount of risk for higher unemployment and for higher inflation, and that's what the Fed has to deal with and is just waiting to shake it out. And it's not, according to the last question, which is worth summarizing here, Scott, not going to make a call on the sentiment data or the soft data. It's going to wait till it shows up in the hard data. And I'll just add this idea of, yes, the Fed is going to be behind the curve, but as Jason Furman said in a New York Times piece, that alleviates the risk of getting in front of the wrong curve.
Interesting.
That's right. That's that Hippocratic Oath thing again.
Yeah. Steve, thank you. Good points, of course. I'm going to ask Jeffrey about it now. Steve Liesman, who asked really the question of the moment today in that meeting.
I thought it was great that he got the first question, because Steve's exactly right that question was asked by him directly. The answer was obviously, as Steve said, just that's all you need to know on the entire press conference. And there had to be half a dozen others that tried that same question and got basically the variation of the same answer. And basically they say, we don't know. There's too much uncertainty. That word was used a lot. We can't even tell you what we're looking for, but we'll know it when we see it. And know it when we see it means it has to be eye-opening enough that you've bumped into a tree.